Good morning, students. Welcome in video lecture of electronic devices and circuits. We are discussing unit number 2, MOSFET and its DC analysis. In previous lecture, we discussed the construction of N-channel E-MOSFET. In that, we discussed how the enhanced N-channel MOSFET it is developed one. That means N-channel enhanced MOSFET it is constructed one, and how the current it is controlled, which is flowing from the or which is considered to flow from the drain to source by using that gate voltage that we discussed in previous lecture. Now, uh, in this lecture, we are going to see the eMOSFET characteristics and parameters. See, here we are discussing the N channel, right? Remember that thing. Because whatever we are going to see related to the N channel eMOSFET. E it is abbreviation for enhanced MOSFET, right? Remember that thing. Now, see here. For the understanding or to get better about this particular eMOSFET characteristics and its parameters, we have to understand the threshold voltage, right? So here the threshold voltage of the N-channel MOSFET is denoted as VTN and is defined as the applied gate voltage needed to create an inversion charge in which the density is equal to the concentration of majority carriers in the semiconductor substrate. See, here VTN is the threshold voltage it is considered for that particular gate voltage. Now, the exactly what is mean by the VTN, that means threshold voltage. Threshold voltage is the voltage which is applied to the gate terminal, right? And whenever that gate terminal it is reaches that particular VTN, at that time it is said that it is created sufficient inversion charge at that particular channel so that that current from the drain to source can flows, start to flows, right? That is the consideration of this particular VTN. Or you can say that whenever that voltage, gate voltage, it reaches to the threshold voltage, at that time, majority carriers which are traveling from or which is moving from source to drain from that through that particular, you can see that inversion layer, or you can see that that particular, you can say that inversion layer where that channel is considered for that particular layer. That is nothing but the VTN, right? That is the threshold voltage. It is the voltage due to which that particular, you can see that current or their majority carriers can. That is the thing here. Okay. Now, in simple terms, we can think about the threshold voltage as the gate voltage, which turns the which requires to touch that particular MOSFET or transistor. In simple thing, what they are going to say here, this is the exactly voltage, gate voltage, which requires to turn on that particular transistor, right? Now, for the N-channel enhancement mode, MOSFET, the threshold voltage is positive because positive gate voltage is required to create the inversion charge or that particular inversion layer which is required to or which is considered to that particular flow of a drain current. If the gate voltage is less than that threshold voltage, the current in that device is, you can see that nearly zero, right? If that particular, you can see that threshold voltage it is which is considered for that particular MOSFET, okay, as compared to that threshold voltage is the gate voltage it is a less one, then that there is a no current it is flowing in that particular region. So the gate voltage is greater than, if the gate voltage is greater than the threshold voltage, then drain to source current it is flowing through that particular region which is applied to that particular drain to source by the external terminal. Are you understanding what I am saying here? Suppose if the that particular gate voltage is greater than that particular threshold voltage VTN, then whatever the current it is flowing through that particular drain to source region, right? That is due to the that particular drain to source voltage which is applied one, which is applied one. Remember that thing. Now, the gate and drain voltages are measured with respect to the source. That means whatever the that particular you are applied that particular source, right? That is with respect to the source, it is considered one. Got this thing? So here, unless and until that gate voltage it is not reaches to that particular threshold voltage, that current it is not getting flow due to why? Because this is happening due to that particular inversion region. That means there it is not sufficient that create the inversion here. That's why. Okay, now here you will get exactly idea whatever I discussed in this first slide. You will get in this particular idea. See here in figure A, that space charge region, it is considered for that particular N type N material which is considered at the left side of that particular figure A, which is acting as that particular S terminal source region which is doped on this particular thing, and here another is the N material it is considered which is right side of that particular figure A, which is acting as the that drain terminal. Okay, that is a metal oxide one which is diffused on that particular you can see that substrate, right? Now that substrate it is here the P type material, right? And here N type material it is diffused on that thing, and that middle part it is considered as the silicon oxide layer or polysilicon, which is insulating that, which is considered as the insulator for that particular gate terminal, that is acting as the gate terminal here. And whatever the that space in between that source and drain it is that it is called as the channel. Okay, and that also called as the space region. That channel is also called as a space region, right? Now see the N channel MOSFET mode, it is shown in that particular figure with the source and substrate terminal connected to the ground. Here whatever the substrate terminal it is there, it is, and that source substrate terminal and source terminal it is connected to ground. I already said that in previous lecture that substrate terminal it is almost it is in enhancement mode MOSFET it is grounded one, right? The voltage when the gate to source voltage is less than that particular gate to source voltage, it is less than that particular threshold voltage, and there is a small drain to source voltage is there. Okay, with this bias configuration there is no electron inversion layer it is produced in that particular region, right? Drain to substrate region there is no inversion that particular, or you can see that that particular device it is called as the reverse bias condition, and the drain current is the entirely zero is there, right? That means whenever the that particular gate to source voltage is less one as compared to the threshold voltage, there is no current which is flowing through that particular space region, right? Space charge region. Why? Because that inversion layer it is not created one. Inversion layer it is not created. Why? Because of that gate to source voltage is not that much sufficient one. That it is not sufficient one. It is a lesser one, right? Due to that condition, and due to that condition, drain to you can say that source current it is not flowing one. Why? Because that particular PN junction it is reverse bias. It is reverse bias. It is considered in the figure number. Now, if suppose you are considering the figure number 2, here it is considered 1. Now, when the gate to source voltage it is greater than that particular threshold voltage VTN, right? If you understand this particular characteristics in very well manner, that you have to consider this particular thing. Whenever that particular gate to source voltage it is greater than VTN, that means the threshold voltage, at that time that particular space region it is having the created of the inversion layer region. Okay, that means here some induced electrons are considered in that particular inversion layer, which is mentioned in that particular dotted lines, right? That particular. Now, due to that region, whatever the majority carriers from the source are there, they are now started to travel from this or flow from this particular inversion region towards that particular drain region. See in this particular figure B, right, towards that particular inversion layer, drain terminal. Okay, and due to this, what happened? The conventional current ID, it is starting flowing through the drain to source, drain to source terminal, right? That is the thing. Here it is explained here. That see the with this applied gate voltage, which is greater than threshold voltage, in this situation, electron inversion layer it is created. When a small drain voltage, when a small drain voltage is applied, electrons in the inversion layer flow from the electrons from the source, it is flowing through the inversion layers towards the, you can see that, drain terminal, and the conventional current it enters the drain terminal and leaves the source terminal. Okay, this is the note that this is because of the positive voltage which is create the reverse bias junction, reverse bias drain to substrate. This positive voltage it creates the drain to substrate. It is in the reverse bias PN junction. So current flows through that channel region and not through the PN junction. Here in previous lecture also I explained that whenever that particular channel region it is created one, or that inversion layer it is created one, that whatever the current it is flowing through that inversion layer, it is passing towards the source only. Okay, not in a substrate. That means channel to substrate there is no any current flows in that particular region. Or you can see that that particular from the inversion layer to that substrate it is not flowing through. So channel to channel region or the inversion region to the substrate, there is no any current it is flowing in that region. Okay, this is the consideration of this particular figure B. Getting my point? In this P substrate, there is no any current flowing in this situation. Now, by considering this point of view, here the some this particular figure C, it shows the that particular characteristics of that particular ID current, and that whatever the variation, okay, whatever the variation of that voltage to drain source, it is presented in this particular thing. How it is affecting on that particular, you can see that voltage C and that particular current which is flowing on. Right now, here ID versus VDS characteristics for a small value of VDS. That small value of VDS in the sense external applied VDS. It is shown here. Now, in this, when VDS is very less than VTN, VTN, the drain current is zero. The drain current is zero. Sorry, guys. Here the VDS it is nothing but where the small value. Here it should be VGS, and when the VGS is lesser than VTN. Okay, correct it one. Remember that thing. Okay. So the whatever the graph is there, it is ID versus VDS. It is correct one. It is characteristics graph is there, but the value of the VDS instead of VDS you consider instead of VGS. Right now, when the VGS, okay, which is less than VTN, here the dotted line, dark dotted line, when the VGS is very less than VTN, at that time there is no any current flowing through them. That means almost the VDS, even though there is increase in VDS is there, external source, then also there is no increase in VGS. Okay, this is the dark dotted line, it is shown here. This is the one condition. When VGS is greater than VTN, first step. Okay, first step is that VGS is greater than VTN. Here blue line it is shown here. The channel inversion charge is formed and the drain current it is increases with the applied voltage of that particular drain to source as the VDS. Right. So as you are increasing the VGS, as you are increasing the VGS, your current it is getting, or you can say that second step, that means VGS1, whenever you are making the second VGS2 as a greater than first VGS1, again that current small dotted line it is shown one, like that it is again increasing one. Here I want to mention that whenever the VGS it is reaching, or it is, you can see that greater than that particular VTN, at that time that current from drain to source it is getting flowing through that particular region. Okay, this is the thing. With the large gate voltage, a large inversion charge density it is created, and the drain current it is greater for that particular given value of VDS. It is greater for that particular given value of VDS. Now, here two equations are considered for that particular calculation of the parameters. Now we are going to see one by one that particular equation, and by using that, considering that, we will see the parameters of this particular characteristics. We will see the exact another characteristics also after this, but here remember that particular thing. ID versus this particular VDS graph is there, and here whatever that particular get to source voltage is there, that voltage should be, first step is that it is less one as compared to VTN, then that dotted line it is shown in this particular graph, and when it is greater than that particular VTN, that blue line it is showing that there is an increase in the current as increasing that particular VDS. Remember that thing. Now here two equations which is shown in this particular slide as VGS minus VDS saturation. Okay, it is nothing but this not the VZ, then it is the threshold voltage VTN, right? Or this VDS saturation is nothing but it is equal to applied voltage minus applied voltage to which gate terminal. Applied voltage, that is VGS minus VTN, okay, that is nothing but your saturated voltage VDS. That is nothing but your saturated voltage VDS, that is the drain to source voltage. Okay, now here see the exactly the VI characteristics of that particular graph. Okay, see now at the applied voltage gate to source voltage changes as compared to that particular applied voltage, it is getting changed one stepwise. How that particular graph it is considered here, shown here. Now ID versus VDS curve also changes. Whatever the applied voltage get to source voltage it changes one. Suppose initially first one is the this first voltage is the VGS1, which is greater than that particular threshold voltage VTN, which is greater than 0 volt. For that the first graph it is shown as that there is an increase in that particular current it is happened, and after the threshold voltage that it is getting constant one, and this constant region which is called as the saturation region for that particular voltage. Okay, this is the one thing, right? We saw that the initial slope of the ID versus VDS increases as the VGS increases. If the VGS it is, you are increasing from +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, +6, like that. You are increasing one, you are getting, there is a different, you can say a slope of this particular, you can see that ID versus VDS voltage, right? So that is the thing. Now also our equation shows that here VDS saturation is equal to VGS minus VTN. In this particular, I shown here two equations. Sorry, here it is written as a VZ, but it is not the VZ, it is a VTN. Okay, now here it is also in graph I shown that particular thing. Now, as I said that as you are increasing the VGS in a positive, see, remember that for N channel MOSFET, for the N channel E MOSFET, you have to consider the positive gate voltage. So you are increasing that voltage from 0 towards the positive voltage. Remember that thing. So here VGS it is, as it is increasing one, you will get different that graph slopes, and that constant value after that particular the threshold voltage which is getting the VDS value, that region it is called as the saturation, and before that whatever you are getting which is mentioned by the dotted slope, it is called as the ohmic region. It is called as the ohmic region. Now, by considering that thing, that VDS saturation and VDS, that particular thing here, I explained all the things here. The derivation of the current voltage characteristics of MOSFET is beyond the scope of this text, but we can define the relationships. The region for which VDS is very small as compared to the saturation VDS, that is known as the non-saturation or triode region. That is called as the triode region. The ideal current voltage characteristics in these regions are described in the equation. That is, ID is equal to Kn in bracket 2 in bracket VGS minus VTN bracket complete into VDS minus V square VDS. The saturation region, the ideal current voltage characteristics for VGS is greater than VTN are described by the equation as ID is equal to Kn VGS minus VTN into. That is raised to 2, not into 2, it is the raised to 2. So this is here. This is here explained. The region which is considered above that thing, that is a ohmic region. And after that, whenever you are considering greater VGS as compared to that threshold voltage, that is called as the saturation region. For that, you are getting the different IDs. Okay, as the voltage it is increasing toward the positive, you are getting that particular thing. In the saturation region, since the ideal current drain current is independent of the drain to source voltage. Now here, independent of the drain to source voltage, the incremental or small signal resistance is infinite. Okay, so here, whatever the drain to source voltage is there, okay, that is the, if it is independent for that particular drain current, then that particular infinite small resistance, it is considered as R0 is equal to delta VDS divided by delta ID for that particular VGS, that is equal to constant or that is equal to infinite. It is depends on the VGS value. Now this is the parameter. Now Kn parameter, which is called as the conduction parameter for that particular N channel, and which is given by Kn is equal to E, which is defining the width, mu n COX divided by 2L. L is the length. So COX is the oxide capacitance per unit area, and the capacitance is given as COX is equal to X from OX divided by TOX. Here TOX is the oxide thickness and epsilon OX is the oxide permittivity. It is the permittivity. Right. So this is the parameter. It is mentioned with its value here, which is considered, which is the and that particular mu n is the mobility parameter of that particular reactance in the inversion layer. This is the parameter in the inversion layer. So these are the Kn, COX, and this mu n. These are the parameters are considered for that particular. You can say that for this characteristics. The equation indicates that the conduction parameter, right, is the function of both electrical and geometric parameters. The oxide capacitance and carriers mobility are essentially constant for a given fabrication technology. However, the geometry or width of that particular width to length of the ratio of that particular, you can see that layer is there, that is E divided by L is a variable in the design of the MOSFETs, and that is used to produce the specific current voltage characteristics in the MOSFET circuit. So that ratio, it is an important one, and for that reason we can rewrite that particular conduction parameter in the form of Kn is equal to K dash in divided by 2 into E divided by L. That ratio which is giving that particular you can see that variable for the designing of the geometry ratio, geometry or that particular width length ratio, it is giving that particular thing. So by using that, this equation becomes here. So K dash n is equal to mu n COX, which is normal liquidation is the considered to be a constant. So equation emphasizes that width to length ratio is the transistor design variable. It is the transistor design variable. These are the some of the parameters which are considered to design that particular transistor here. So from these characteristics, it is important that ID and VDS voltage as well as that particular VGS voltage, and by using that ID and VGS voltage and that particular region, that means first is the ohmic region where there is a, it is said that there is a very small or less amount of that current it is flowing one, or there is no current it is flowing one, that it is considered one. Okay, and these both are considered, and as the gate to source voltage it is increasing one, due to whatever the variation it is happen, that it is taken into account, and by using that relation it is considered one, right? And for that variation, whatever the resistance it is considered one, that is called as the, in that drain to source voltage which is independent due to that particular drain current. Okay, the incremental or small signal resistance is the infinite one. Small signal resistance it is the infinite one, and that is given as the R naught, it is mentioned one. So these parameters are very important one, which are called as the conduction parameter. Again, the capacitance of that particular oxide capacitance is also important one, and permittivity it is also important one, and that particular mu and mu n, it is the mobility of that particular electrons, it is the another parameter it is considered one. So these all parameters are important for this particular E MOSFET characteristics definition. Got this thing? So this is the all about this particular today's video lecture. So be in touch and study well. If you are having any query, you can ask me. Thank you, guys.